Hey guys, hope everybody's keeping good. Yeah, I haven't really done much of an update lately because there really hasn't been much of an update. It's just been very repetitive. He's just continuing on with this medicine for this possible infection. Yes, I did say possible because another doctor came to us recently and just sort of said that Fusarium is their best guess, which just really melted my head. So it almost sounds as if it is this infection, it is Fusarium, because it grew in one of the dishes in the labs, but not all of them. So I don't understand all this sort of testing stuff, but they're basically saying there's a chance of cross-contamination and all this stuff. So it just kind of miffed me a bit that, nothing is ever certain, or that never really feels certain with Henry's condition. I know the diagnosis has been said in F1 and JMML, but it's not ever standard, or like the typical ways a kid with this should act. I am thankful that he has no sort of symptoms and he's just getting on with it. Like he's doing great in the hospital. He's settling. He's blowing kisses to the nurses this morning. He's just amazing. He's also sleeping better, which then means I sleep better. So last night, he goes to sleep quite early, and the meds are still running. But I'm quite a light sleeper in the sense of I listen out for the machine beeping for it to be over, so it doesn't, like if it beeps so long another tone starts, so it gets louder. So I like to catch that before Henry does and wakes up. Usually the nurses are like really good at catching it, but I think in my head I'm just like, I'll probably just buzz for them as soon as I hear it's over. And then the flush as well, it'll beep. So I am getting to sleep at probably about midnight, 1 o'clock ish. And then Henry sleeps through until they come in to do his bloods and meds again in the morning about 7, half 7. So we are getting a really good block of sleep. So I'm thankful of that. So yeah, okay, he's doing great. But we're continuing this. This has been 2 weeks today since he started this. So we're continuing it. A CT scan. I think they're talking about Wednesday next week. CT scan, and I asked for the bone marrow biopsy, so it's going to happen. So hopefully that happens Wednesday morning, and from those results we'll see if this medication has done anything to these lesions that they're seeing. Possible outcomes are, yes, it's working and brilliant. It was Fusarium, and they've got the medication right to treat it. And then we'll have a better idea of how much longer it needs to be on it. Hopefully not 8-12 weeks. And then we have a better conversation on when Bristol is likely to happen. But I think it gets more complicated if there's no change. I sort of chatting to the doctor. If there's no change in these lesions, it's either he needs to be on the medicine for this longer, although I think they should be seeing signs of improvements by 2.5 weeks. Or it's just the JMML, which it's kind of, I know it's the transplant's been stalled quite a few times, but I'm so thankful that it has, because I wouldn't want anybody going through this having any doubt or any question marks over Henry's health. So I'm glad they pulled the brakes on it. If it is the JMML, at least we know more certain that it is. I still feel a bit nervous. I'm almost thinking that I think I'd feel more confident if it is an infection and it is being treated and it's working, this medicine's working, because then we know for certain that it was this, it's treated, brilliant, move on, let's do transplant for the JMML. If there's no change, it may be another couple of weeks and then another scan. I'm just not sure what their plan is, but I'm really hoping that they do change the meds so we can give it to him at home, because okay, I'm feeling a wee bit more normal today. Had better rest last night. Me and David had a good bit of time yesterday when Henry napped at home, which was a shock. And we were sort of like, now what? You know, we've a bit of time together, which was really, really good. So I just think I feel a wee bit more chilled, a wee bit more relaxed, better rested. Henry's doing great. But I think the last few days have been quite tough. Whether it was not sleeping great or just thinking too far ahead or just getting anxious going up to the hospital every night, I think it just got on top of me, and I would like to have more time at home together now, selfishly. But just if they then all of a sudden say, oh, Bristol, we're going to do Bristol really soon, you can come over, I think I'll be like, oh, I want a bit of time to ground myself at home first. So I don't know what it's going to look like. I know I shouldn't overthink what it's going to look like, but these are the options we're up against now. Bottom line, Henry's doing great. That is all I want. Yeah, so we keep doing this, keep going up to the hospital. We go up at about 7:30 at night. Henry usually gets hooked up between 8 or 8:30, and then he goes to sleep, and that's the meds run until about midnight, 12:30 maybe, and then again in the morning he gets hooked up and blood's taken at 7:30, and then we're usually home around 11, 11:30. Sometimes if there's more stuff to check, it's usually closer to lunchtime. So we still get a good block of, still thankful we still get to get home, get a good time to chill out, and if I haven't had a good night I get the rest a bit more. So yeah, we're going to be doing that until the scan and the scan results come through. So yeah, I'll have more updates hopefully next week. But yeah, I just wanted to give like a general, it's not general, not a really good word. We are so overwhelmed by the support, the messages, the prayers, the gifts. People have been leaving stuff on the doorstep for us. People have been sending cards, vouchers, money. It's just crazy. And some of them have been really like anonymous as well, which I get, because I know where their hearts are at, that they don't want to be seen, they just want to bless us with this, but I really, really want to just thank them directly. So whoever you are, if you're watching this and you sent that stuff, we are so thankful, and it's been such a blessing to us. So yeah, I've sort of run out of words whenever I talk about that sort of thing now. It just completely floors me, and like we always said at the other side of this, because we will get to the other side, wee bit further away than we anticipated, but we will get to the other side, that we can't wait to just give back to those who've given to us. It's just been such a journey so far, and it's been made so much easier by the support of you guys. And if Henry would talk, well, he was blowing kisses, he'd probably blow kisses to all of you. He's just, yeah, he's amazing, and so are you guys. So yeah, I'm gonna go and have a cuppa now, chill out with the lads, and head up to the hospital after tea tonight. And I'll let you know next week whenever we know more about the scan results. But yeah, keep praying. I'm really praying boldly that nothing is seen in the scan, and the bone marrow biopsy comes back that there's no blasts in his blood. Like, that's really, I'm reading about dangerous prayers and I'm praying dangerously. But as I said all along, and not to take away from the bold praying, but I just know that whatever way God wants us to go, we will go. He's totally working, and he'll keep working. And we know that there's purpose to all of this, no matter how dark it gets. We're still praising God, and giving him thanks for it all, because there's no way I could get through this without him. So yeah, just keep praying boldly with us, and yeah, keep safe. There's a lot of, I'm kind of trying to avoid social media and news at the minute because it just gets me down. I realise there's a lot of lockdown changes, there's a lot of crowds stupidly gathering, but yeah, just keep as safe as possible. I know that things are calming down now in terms of the virus and whatnot. Well, not calming down because it's still out there. People still get it. People, in the world are still dying from it. It's still very serious, and I think it's going to be with us for quite some time. But yeah, just keep safe and yeah, keep positive too. Kind of avoiding all the negative messages and stuff online about things. So I think it's good for mental health to keep positive. So yeah, keep there and keep safe, and yeah, I love yous, and I will give you an update maybe later in the week, or certainly middle of next week. But I'll speak to you then. All right, take care. Bye.